Hi.
Hi. So yeah, thanks for coming. Yeah, I kind of wanted to just start talking about your uni experience. Give us some background, like what do you study? Like what do you do?
Okay. Well, at the moment, I am doing Pacific Studies,
Okay.
majoring in just majoring in Pacific Studies, and I'm doing a minor in film and media,
Oh, nice. So is it like
and
Bachelor of Arts?
yeah, Bachelor of Arts.
Cool, cool.
I used to do science, but I didn't like it, so I just dropped out.
Right,
And
okay. So is this like your second year or?
yep, this is
Yeah.
my second year. Oh, it's basically my first year because I have to do first year papers, but it's basically my second year. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So why did you choose Otago? Because like you're not from Dunedin, right? So
Nope,
yeah, why
nope.
did you
I'm
choose
from
to go down there?
Wellington. I came down here, firstly because of science.
Oh,
Um,
right, yeah.
what better place to come down to Otago than for science?
Yeah.
But also it's just because I wanted to get away from home for a bit. I needed to go out and explore some more things. Not that I haven't done that before, but I needed to go somewhere other than where I come from to be able to have the experience that I have now.
Right, right. Cool, cool.
Yeah.
So like what's your degree like? Like do you guys have compulsory courses or is it all like you just get to choose whatever you want?
So our core paper is like a Pacific paper, and so it goes from level 1 to level 300, level 100 to level 300. And I think it's just that paper that we have to take. So we have one that we have to do, and then we have two that we have to do on the side, but we can choose from like 7 papers.
Oh,
It's
cool.
not quite as intense as science or business, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. So like what's your schedule? Like how many classes do you have? Or is
Oh
it
man, my
online right now?
schedule is so chill now. Like I only have 2 classes on Tuesday. I
Yeah.
have a tutorial or 2 tutorials on Wednesday and a class on Wednesday, 2 hour class on Wednesday. Then I have 2 classes on Thursday, and I get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off.
All right, yeah. Now even for me, like business is pretty chill. Like I only have classes 2 or 3 days a week normally.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
real chill. So I'm glad that I get a. Oh, it's kind of not good in a way because I'll just muck around those 4 days, but
Yeah.
um, it's good in the sense that I should be doing more homework, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. What's like what are your techniques like for taking notes? Like do you write on paper or do you do it
Oh,
like on a laptop? Wow.
I have to do paper.
On
I
paper.
have to write it down. Yeah, I have to write it down, and then I'll write it up on my laptop, and
Oh,
then I'll go over slides again. Then I have to write it down again, or else I'm gonna forget it.
yeah.
So I kind of have to do it like 3 times before it goes into my head.
Okay, right. So you live in halls, right? The student
Um.
accommodation?
Oh wow, this is a really awkward situation. Last year I did. It was
Yeah.
my first year, so I stayed in the hall. But this year I am like an RA. Do
Oh,
you
okay,
call it
yeah.
RA? Like the
Resident advisor, is that
resident
one?
advisor,
Yeah.
whatever person. So at the moment in level 2 on like lockdown and stuff, they offered me a spot to come back just so I can be at the college all the time,
Yeah.
just in case. So at the moment I'm at a hall, but usually I'll be in a flat at the
Oh,
moment. Yeah.
right. So what is it like applying for halls? Like I'm just thinking for like
Oh,
younger
okay.
people because like do you
Uh,
guys have to apply to a specific one or is it just random?
so
Like how does
So
it?
what happens is like it's actually pretty daunting if you
Yeah.
don't know what you're doing. So what will happen is like you have to go onto the website, apply for hall and stuff, but then it gives you so many other documents. So you have to choose what halls you want, and so you have four. So you have 3 choices, and then a fourth one just in case,
Yeah.
and then it goes from one to four, like your order of priority. And you're not always going to get onto the college that you want. So that's why they do that. But it's like daunting in the fact that you actually don't know what the colleges are. Like for me, when I first came, I was just, oh yeah, that looks like a good name. That looks like a good name. If you have the time, I'd say do your research on the colleges before you go, because some of them you might not fit in,
Yeah.
and that's a hard thing at university, not fitting in. I'd
Yeah.
say to everyone, just make sure you research your colleges before you go to or apply for a college anyway. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like how have you found it like making friends? Because I feel like it's like it's quite well known to be like a party scene or
Ye-
like
Oh, the party scene down here is crazy, but
yeah.
for me, it was just like my hall was small, so we only have 150. I got to meet a lot of friends through there because we're a small hall. Like if you go to like say Cumberland or something like that, they have like 600, 500 people. At the end of the year, you might not even know who you're looking at. You know, you might not have seen someone who's at dinner at the end of the year. So I found it quite easy, and then just from the people I met here, you go to a party, you meet more people, and then you go to school, meet more people, your labs, meet more new people. So for me, it's quite easy, but I'm an outgoing person.
Okay. Sweet. Cool. So like, what's the transport like? Because I don't know if you had a car before, but like, did you bring your car, or do you have a car in Dunedin, or
Oh,
you think you need a car or not?
yeah, I got a car in Dunedin. I've always made sure I have a car, but you actually don't really need a car, to be honest. Skateboard, a lot of people, I ride skateboard
Yeah.
most of the time. If it was up to me, I'd just leave my car for 6 months until I go home,
Oh, okay.
or the whole year until I go home. So you don't really need a car. At the moment, buses are free, so that's good.
Oh, okay.
I guess the only reason you'll need a car here is if you want to go like Signal Hill or to the beach at your own time. For me, it's just a independent thing.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty small like town, eh?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's
yeah.
a really small town. Like from where I'm sitting right now, it's only like a 5 minute walk to town, and
Okay.
then a 2 minute walk to school. Oh, so close to everything.
Yeah, yeah. So like I guess a lot of people worry kind of about finances. So like how have you managed? Like do you have a job or did you like have money saved up already?
To be honest, last year, my first year is always a hard one because I
Yeah.
didn't really have a allowance or loan, so my parents just paid for my hall costs.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, so I painted shoes for a bit. I painted shoes and like, I paint stuff like that and do art. That made me some money, but
Yeah.
I had like money saved up. But then when I ran out of money, I'd do stuff like painting and sell
Yeah.
my shoes and then try and make profit.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's
so,
how I kept up with it.
so you don't get a student loan or doesn't
No,
everyone
I
have
don't get
that?
student loan or allowance.
Oh, how come?
I don't know. I hate debt. So
Oh, okay. So you don't want to get it, but like,
no,
yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
could. I can't get allowance, but I could get a loan, but I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
chose not.
Right, right.
But this year is different. So being an RA, you get paid and stuff to do that. So
All right. Yeah. So you get to live there for free, eh? Pretty much.
no, that's
Oh,
a myth. I'll tell everyone that's a myth.
oh,
The RAs don't live for free. So for my hall, we're the only like live out hall. So we don't actually stay in the hall.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So at the moment I am, but usually we don't. So I stay in a flat. Yeah, that's a myth. Everyone thinks that the RAs stay in for free, but not at Otago. Most of their pay goes towards their fees at the hall.
Right.
Yeah.
So is your hall catered? Like, how have you found the food? Because I know some people like complain and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if you live in a flat and you're eating noodles all the time, I guess you can't complain.
Yeah, true.
But like the food's good, people will take it for granted until they go to a flat. While you're here, it's pretty bad because you're like, well, we're paying all this for that sort of food. So I'd say it's all right. They have like usually like 1 week that's really, really good, and everyone comes to lunch and dinner. Other weeks are just all right. Not very homely. It feels more catered than homely. So
Yeah, I think you'll always like miss your home cooked
yeah,
food.
always miss home food. And then for breakfast stuff, we have like a pantry,
Oh, okay.
and we can just go into the pantry and grab like bread, butter,
Yeah. Yeah.
spreads, cereal, milk, anything. So all you really needed to go do is go buy some eggs and you're sussed.
Yeah, cool. I watched your YouTube. I think you made this video about the 48-hour film festival.
Yes.
So,
48 hours.
like, yeah, do you want to explain like what is that? Like, how does it work? How do you make a film in 48 hours? Like, you just don't sleep or
Oh, that's, yeah, basically. But oh, so last year we did one, and that was like my first experience using like cameras and stuff. And
yeah.
oh my gosh, I fell in love. Then this year, did you watch the latest one? This year's one, eh?
Yeah, I just saw your video about it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, well, that was behind the scenes video. And so what it is we go down to like it's like an inter-college thing. Usually it's a New Zealand festival thing as well, but we
Yeah.
just do it for inter-college. So all the colleges go down and we get all the information. So we get a theme, get a prop, and we get a quote. And we have to incorporate all of those into our film.
Yeah.
And then from the time we leave, we have 48 hours to hand in a film. And so this year the theme was 2020. Our prop was a chess piece,
Okay. Yeah.
and our quote was "Chalk it up to dumb luck." And so at the start, I have two of my best friends, oh brothers really, Arthur and Albie. They come back. They would explain to everyone what's happening, and then straight away we'll draw up a storyboard and get everyone's ideas, and then we'll come up with a storyline, and then boom, we're right into it. Start filming. So this year I was editing, and I think it was like 20 hours of editing that went into it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while they film, I'll stay and edit. Then once they're done, they basically can go, but the editing has to keep on going on.
Right.
And then we finish the film. All our crew watches it, and then we send it in. So they say do it in 48 hours.
Awesome. So like you would recommend people try it out if they want to do it?
Yes, I think it is a great experience. You'll learn so much, depending on like your group, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, I'm quite lucky to have the two people I was just talking about before, because they did it for 2 years before I got here, and so they're already a little bit more experienced. They know their stuff. Equipment isn't everything, so like their minds is just like I don't know what's going on in it, but they come up with some good ideas.
Cool. Awesome. Are you like, do you watch a lot of YouTube? Like, who are some of your favorite YouTubers,
Oh,
people you like?
yes, I watch YouTube all the time.
Yeah.
Give me ideas all the time. I think I'll go from the top.
Yeah.
You probably know Elliot Choi.
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah,
Choi. Yeah, I like watching him. Casey Neistat, obviously.
yeah. He pretty much started
Um,
like the whole vlogging thing. Eh?
yeah, he started it also. There's this basketball one I like. It's Devontae Frigga, and a skateboarding one. His name's Luis Mora.
Okay.
And I just try to take things from like just watch all their vlogs and stuff,
Yeah.
and take things that I can use, see, or like study how they catch people's attention. Not quite there yet, but you know,
Cool. Yeah.
still learning. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. You also have a podcast as well. Eh? I saw like.
Yes.
Um,
Yep.
so yeah, like, do you want to explain? Or what's it all about?
So our name Between the Lens podcast is because of it's me and the two boys that I was just talking about.
Yeah.
So usually I'm doing vlogging, so I'm always in front of the lens. My other friend is like he's like a director sort of, comes up with all the ideas
Yeah.
or like stories and stuff like that. And then the other one, Arthur, he can do all. He can camera in front of the lens, behind the lens, photography and stuff like that. So we kind of think we all meet between and make a good team together. So we decided to call it Between the Lens.
Right. Cool.
And it's just a small like we wanted to create something we don't really see much New Zealanders talking about uni experience. We don't touch too much on like mental health and stuff, but like there is stuff in there for it,
Yeah.
just to like raise awareness, I guess,
Mhm.
and open the conversation because it is real, I guess. So we just talk about uni experience, how like our life has shaped us to be how we are today, and how our experiences are gonna look for us in the future, stuff like that. We're off for quite a few months because of COVID and everything,
Yeah.
and all the rules around what we weren't allowed to do. So
Yeah.
we're coming back. We've got a new episode coming tomorrow.
Cool.
So
Yeah. Keen to hear the new stuff. You started off your YouTube channel with like shoe videos, so.
yeah.
Are you really into sneakers, or like, do you have a favorite? What's your favorite sneakers? Do you have like
Favorite-
favorite brands or stuff that you?
I like Jordan 11s. That's
Oh
probably
yeah.
my favorite sneakers at
Okay.
the moment. I'll go with Air Forces
Oh yeah.
because
Just
it's very versatile. Can wear
yeah.
them with anything. That's my favorite sneaker at the moment.
Cool, cool. You also did this video where like you wake up at 5 o'clock. So do you still do that, or is it, like,
Oh,
find
so I stuffed up my routine bad like a couple
that?
of months ago. I started waking up at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and like by 6 o'clock at night I still hadn't done anything.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's really bad. So that's usually what I do. I haven't stuck to it the last couple of nights because I've been doing some editing and stuff. But still waking up at 8 o'clock. But I like waking up at 5 o'clock, and I explained in the video because like there's no distractions. My phone's not pinging. The birds aren't even out really, and it's dark. And that's where I get most of my stuff done in that first 3 hours of the day.
Yeah, I feel like when you wake up late, it's just like half your day is gone, and you just.
And you feel so lethargic after that, like can't be bothered doing anything.
I saw you had a tattoo, and like I booked my actually first tattoo next week. So like, do you
Oh,
have
okay.
advice? Like any tips for me?
Well, what are you getting?
It's just gonna be like something really small, like simple.
It's not as sore as what they say.
Yeah.
I'll say
Okay.
that right now. Just pinch yourself the hardest, and it just feels like that the whole time. It's sore, but it's not as sore as what they say. Try have a meaning behind it, I guess, because that's gonna be on your body for the rest of your life.
Right. Okay.
Yep. So my tattoo's got a whole meaning behind it. So,
Yeah.
and don't worry, tattooists will do a good job. Yeah, that's about it. Just
Cool.
go in and don't think about the pain.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Oh, I guess just finally, like, if someone's thinking of maybe going to Otago, like, do you have any final tips or advice that you would say to people?
Oh, okay. If you come into Otago, I think one is never get sucked into what your friends are doing,
Okay.
because that's a very big thing down here. People get stuck with their friends,
Yeah.
and them as people are good people. Like them as a person is a good person, but them in a group, you're gonna lose all your accolades, and it can get you into dumb situations like maybe burning a couch and then you get expelled for say, just example.
Yeah, yeah.
um I'd say, be yourself. Don't change for anyone down here, because it does happen a lot. Come down, and your path might not go right.
Yeah, just
If
open
you
mind.
want to choose another path, if you want to choose another path, go on that path.
Right.
Don't let anyone stop you from doing that, because for me, I just wasted a year doing science because I didn't like. Do something you like, and something that you can do without feeling like it's a chore.
Yeah, I feel like for uni, it's like it's such a personal thing. Like you need to choose something that you want to do rather than what like your parents or what people say you should do.
Well, you're splashing so much money out on university. I mean, if you save that money, you could buy yourself a Lamborghini, man.
Yeah, yeah, true.
And I think the third one would probably be, go out and do everything. I mean, they say it a lot and it's cliche, but it's true. If you go out and put yourself out there, you can meet the right people to get you in the right things. You can meet people who can take you to another level, and you can experience things that you probably wouldn't experience in college or in primary, because you're adult now. And be safe with whatever you do.
Some great advice there. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. This
No
was so
worries.
cool.
No worries. I'll leave your links in the description so everyone can go follow
Thank you.
and subscribe.
This was really cool. Thank you so
Yep.
much, and have a good rest of your night.
No worries. You too.
All
All
right.
right. See ya.
See ya.